Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix 100% guide. We are just tidying up our Mission 2s, and once again I'm literally going in to be like, we have the peaks, we have all the level 8s, we have all the level 5s, 4s, we've all the sample blueprints collected, and now it is just the job of our wonderful donut ship to just clear a house and collect the Mission 2s to get us those special blueprints. Now you'll notice that we're getting these like neon lights, round light, square light. These are basically teeny tiny little gummy blocks that basically amplify your cannon damage. So just installing them into blocks makes you much more powerful without the need to use your abilities in the Gummi Ship. But obviously the abilities are way more powerful, but if you've collected tons of the neon light gummies, then you can just amplify your ship even more. Because I think, and people can correct me in the comments, but I think the neon lights allow you to both level up your lasers and your cannons, your bullets. But as you can see, we're nearly at 600 now, 581 already, and if we can just defeat this guy as quickly as possible, let's go. And now that he's out of the way, we've gotten the S rank now and skyrocketing ourselves into the 700s. Can we make 800? We don't, but like crazy stuff, like so unbelievably brilliant. Like this ship is just insane. And we get the Kate Sith model, we get the extra invincible. We didn't actually have them all. What am I talking about? So here I'm like high wind 1, 2, and then I go up along, and yes, now we have all of them. And then the peak is basically level 9. And we're getting more and more of the special ones. So now it's just a case of getting kills with this mission. But as I keep saying to you guys, this is simply the case of holding A and going towards where enemies are, and they'll melt. They'll evaporate before they even load into the screen. They won't hit you. And then as soon as we get to medal level 30, it is game over. I hope you guys enjoyed last episode. I know this is kind of very Gummi centric, but I wanted the last episode to be basically me challenging the big super boss. So unfortunately, I'd rather that be the finale than being like, okay, we finished Jiminy's Journal, we fought all the big bosses, now we have to do the gummies. It's like, that'd be really lackluster. So I'm kind of segueing them here. Just because, listen, if people want the platinum, it's often stuff that isn't looked into. And even if it is at 2 times speed, at least I'm showing you guys, look, here's the one ship that I made. I didn't make any adjustments to it, bar maybe changing out the abilities it had, which is a negligible change. Like, I'd say the metal converter was not even really needed because we're getting to rank 30 so quickly anyway. And we're unlocking these level 3s. And basically, there's only one special Gummi blueprint that is related to a level 3 mission. And of course, it is basically the big Twilight Town mission. It's going to be the hardest one to do. It has a massive super boss, but I will talk through how we make adjustments to our ship, what abilities to bring, and yeah, there is a trick to it, and I managed to make it work, so that's good, you know. But as you can see, we're now back into Berserk mode already, and the little drill guys, they can be a problem. Because since they throw themselves into the screen, it's a collision move. It's not a laser move, it's a collision. So when you're dealing with enemies that are either firing cannons or generating these collision type effects, those can hurt your ship really badly and knock you out of Berserk Charge. But as you can see, we're already about to finish up here with another big enemy destroyed. And now all the enemies swarm in, and with 350 I think it was, you end up with an S rank. Well, 350, we're already up to just under 450. So again, 100 over the necessary number. We were well in hand with this ship. And Ultimate Gs, they're going to be important to collect. Ah yes. So we've now gotten more AP from the reward. So now that we can have up to 20, I now give back my cannon booster. And the cost converter is interesting, but I'm going to put on auto regen because that is going to be really, really important for future challenges. Because that actually negates the one big issue with this ship, which is if it takes damage, it's kind of fragile. But now, you know, look, I'll start to regen HP slowly but surely, as well as getting HP recovery orbs as well. But having auto regen makes it that little bit more durable. But now that I have the two cannons back on again, it's like once they even enter the screen, they're all being destroyed instantly. Like the big turtle guys, they're just gone. Getting every gummy collectible I could possibly want. It's really easy, guys. Like this just makes it so easy. That's literally why I was like, I do not see the point in me having 5-minute segments of all of these gummy missions when I can have them at 2 times speed, because all you need to do is just fire, and then once you get to Berserk mode, it fires by itself anyway. You don't even need to aim. You just need to keep out of the way of incoming guys like the big drill guy, look. And then with the extra cannon boost, everything is just destroying itself in seconds. Look! All these big, massive dragonfly enemies, they're normally huge kind of boss monsters. And I'm just like, bop, bop, bop. Easy as pie. We now got the Falcon Peak. Very good. Here was I saying last episode we had them all. Lads, I'm not well, I don't think. But we have pretty much, I'm sure we have all of them now. Well, we have them all by the end of all these episodes anyway, so just make sure you have high wind like 0, and then high wind level 1 to peak, Falcon level 1 to peak, and Invincible level 1 to peak. That's all. And then the special ones we're getting for S ranking all the mission 2s, so that's also grand. But yeah, I'm still in a bit of a shock that it's actually finished. It's actually over. We're actually finished. 3! Like, we're finished 3 games in the series. Like, between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Recom, like, I had never finished Recom Platinum. Never did it. And I don't think I did Kingdom Hearts 2 either. I think the EX missions ruined me. I just didn't have the energy to deal with all the silliness of the EX missions, but it's one of the things I want to kind of thank you guys, is that this channel really does kind of force me just to be like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, I'm making a guide, it's to help other people get these achievements, it's to take pride in the work that I'm doing as well. And basically, if I can keep that motivation and you guys keep me motivated to push myself through the boring slogs, through the monotony sometimes of Final Fantasy 13 and just money grinding against the big turtle guys, the Longuis, or having situations where you're just like, oh my god, I have to grind for trapezohedrons and 6 of them, and it's so stressful. So you guys make it worth the stress. So thank you all so much for every comment, every nice like on the shorts, everything. Just for everything. Thank you. Now, when it comes to this mission, obviously the donut ship will prevail. We're already nearly a third of the way there and we've not even entered the ship. And as you can remember, the inside of the ship is crazy full of enemies. And when I meant a third of the way there, I meant like getting into berserk mode. Because once we're in berserk mode, it just makes everything so much more easier. The Infinity G, absolutely amazing drop. Never use it, but it just sounds so cool, doesn't it? It's like, oh, like what are you using? It's like, well, I'm installing the Infinity Drive. You know, it's great. And unfortunately, I'm knocked out of our lovely berserk mode, but just like that, we're back in it again. You know, no hassle to us. Already 400 enemies defeated. Everything is just... oh, that wasn't good. But hopefully we can just keep on taking out enemies here. We've already defeated the core, so now the game's like, oh, well, it's okay, we can turn you around and let you fight other enemies now. And just look at all the little blue enemies, like with the auto targeting of the berserk mode, we've gotten to S rank now. And all the way up to, are we going to make 800? Not quite 800, but we got to S rank within, well within time. And with that, we're after unlocking mission number 3. And we're after unlocking the Drain Gummi block. So, we're going to slow things down. Because we're going to now go into the Gummi editor and we're going to prepare ourselves for mission number 3. This will get us the special model and complete our collection of blueprints. And what we need to do now is we need to make up a ton of space because we need to equip the Drain Gummi. The Drain Gummi, essentially, when you are receiving bullets, red bullets towards your ship, the Drain Gummi can absorb those bullets if you are like using a laser. If you're not firing, the Drain Gummi activates and it absorbs the bullets that are coming towards your ship. Hence why its offense is treble 9. You then just fire your laser and Drain will clap back with a massive amount of damage. Now, what we now need to do is we need to basically equip both cost converters. And I'm looking into auto life, I'm looking into auto regen. We need to make sure that we can equip Ultima. And Ultima is a costly bit of equipment. So if we remove our purple gun, I believe we should have enough then. But I just didn't want this to be at double speed because this is typically a mission that many people have like a separate guide all for their own. This is our first and only Gummi Ship boss, like a boss fight in the Gummi Ship. It's really, really intense. So I'm just hopping in and I'm like, oh my god, we need so many more points gone. We need so many more points gone. But with that laser gone, we can now replace it with our Drain G. I was going to say Ultima G. But look at that, like, it's massive. Massive, massive, massive. But we're going to hit save. Oh yeah. Increases the Gummi Ship's power. And these are literally just little accessories, and we can just throw them until we get one off max capacity. And we're going to hit save, and then we're going to try our best at this this challenge. The issue with this challenge is, you know the way in the missions it would constantly be like, oh my god, it's giving you an alert, and it would pan the camera? Mission 3 is different in that there's no auto panning. All the enemies are coming at all sides at all times, and it's your job to basically turn the camera yourself. Now what's after happening is, because I've used cost converter, I'm only allowed to bring one teeny ship. So what I could have done was actually remove the other teeny ship and potentially put more guns.
Let's go.
But as you can see, we're fairly alright. Because the goal isn't even to get an S rank here. The goal is just to defeat the boss. So it is just survival. And survival will happen so long as you have the donut chip. So just pan the camera as best you can. There's other treasures to get even in this list, so it's a lot. And the thing will warn you. It'll say, oh, there's a danger over at whatever side. And just look to the kind of periphery of the, you know, left, right, and bottom of your screen to just see the ships and how they're moving towards you. But again, it's not even about getting an S rank. We are just searching for... all we're searching for here is the final boss's secret treasure for defeating it. And now we're into the ship already. And the interesting thing is, unlike getting a medal score or getting a kill count, the mission number 3s are just the score. And the score is kind of just from, again, your medals themselves. Not even your medal level, but just the total number you've collected. Getting that tip at the last second there was really not a good sign. And you have to make sure you're turning, because that was literally all the doors completely locked, and you would have had multiple collisions. Although we're getting a decent score. Come on, get back into Berserk. Thank you. And now is the thing of, do you focus on the core? Do you focus on the enemies around the core? What's the plan of action here? And unfortunately, you just have stuff on all sides at this point. So it's not ideal. Come on. We've blown up the core. Can we find any other enemies? More metal converters. Let's go. Maybe I shouldn't have taken off metal converter for the high score mission in hindsight. But we now leave here. And instead of going into the wonderful keyhole, the boss pulls us into the realm of darkness. This is where I kind of fire and stop, but fire while these purpley lasers are coming. But once you start seeing the red, this is where our drain can counterattack quite strongly. Now, I've put on as auto abilities, you have auto life, you have auto regen, And at the moment, we're just doing our best to avoid damage as best we can, but sticking to basically the center of the screen will do us in good stead. Yeah, those arcs, whether it's like the plus or the X, that does a lot of damage as well. So just again, try and just stay central. And if you're able to use Drain, you can get some HP back. So here you can kind of tell that I'm staggering my shots to try and activate Drain. But Drain only works when it comes to, you know, the red shots. But I'm managing to kill something on the boss that's giving me hit points. And I'm getting the Drain procs. You can hear the little like meow sound. And I'm just keeping on firing. And then I see the cross and X's. And unfortunately, I end up being collided with. But that's why we got auto life. And with enough perseverance, we get the secret model. And that's going to be our episode today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I'll catch you at our next and final episode. Have a good one.